Hey everybody, wanted to give you an update. This is Braden and Tally with Love and Purity Ministry, and I wanted to give you an update about what we're doing right now. We've had a lot of transitions over the past couple weeks, and wanted to let you know what's going on.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are in front of us here that we're moving into, but we wanted to give a little just brief summary of what has gone on to get us to this point. And so 16 years ago, Braden and I got married. God led us in a path of betrothal and miraculous wedding, and just an incredible testimony of God's goodness. And so for the next 10 years after we got married, we did ministry work in Israel. And we spent 10 years going back and forth to Israel, participating in the agricultural restoration of the land of Israel, planting vineyards on the mountains of Samaria. It was a wonderful opportunity. During those 10 years, we also started doing Love and Purity tours. And it was then that we got to start sharing the message of a bride being prepared for a perfect bridegroom, Yeshua, the body of Messiah, getting ready for the return of Yeshua, and what that looks like. And so
it was powerful, I think, just for people to connect to an actual story of, we would share things that we learned. Yeah, we share things that we learned as we did this whole betrothal process of having a covenant, but not yet being at the wedding. Just like we are in our relationship with our Messiah right now. We have this covenant relationship with Him. We've given our lives to Him, and now we're waiting for that marriage supper of the Lamb.
And we're super excited about it.
Yeah, being excited about, because Tally, she'd always talk about how she never went a day thinking, forgetting that she was getting ready for a wedding during our betrothal season. And so we go and share with churches just the importance of being ready. And, as Yeshua talked about, having oil in your lamp and not being caught off guard. And so just trying to encourage that mentality of, let's be ready, let's be watchful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so 10 years, we got to do Love and Purity tours throughout all of the states. We even got to go to some other countries, spoke to a lot of groups, and that was awesome and wonderful. And then 6 years ago, we had a shift. And we really felt God calling us to settle, to invest more in discipleship. And so 6 years ago, we decided to settle down here in Patterson, Missouri. And so we've been here for 6 years on ministry property that Braden's parents owned. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been doing events. We've had an amazing community join us. There's several families that came and joined us on the property that were part of all of the things that were going on with the ministry. So thankful for our time with them. We got to do discipleship programs. We got to start worship watches, and we got to start an internship called Harp and Farm. It's been an incredible 6 years.
Yeah, so 6 years ago, one of the dreams of my heart from young age was to have an agricultural prayer community. And so just inspired by other stories I had read about people that lived together in community, but prayer was at the center, where they were worshiping together, praying together. And so 6 years ago, we decided to launch into this, and really it was a real blessing just to be able to join together with other believers and pray together and seek God, and just really seeing the Spirit move in that context of seeking God. And so Harp and Farm, which is the discipleship program where we're teaching music and also teaching regenerative agriculture, was kind of birthed out of that, I would say. We saw this context where we could bring young people in to be a part of these morning and evening prayer watches, spending time in the presence of God, spending time meditating on the Word of God, and then going out to the fields and going out and taking care of animals and growing vegetables. In that context was just is a dream that we've been able to see parts of the fulfillment of that over the past couple years. We just finished our third season of Harp and Farm, and we've seen young people really grab a hold of their identity in God, and be really transformed by just that spending time in worship. And so really encouraged to continue that. We really just see the need out there to encourage young people. There's a barrage of negativity and distractions out there trying to pull them away. So we want to really provide a context where they can disengage from all the distractions of the world and spend some time just connecting to the land and connecting ultimately to the heart of the Father, the heart of God for them, and growing in who they're called to be.
Yeah, and also just learning to love being in the presence of God, spending that time in worship and prayer. And so it's been a wonderful time this whole season, the whole journey God's had us on. But that brings us to today. The property that we've been functioning out of as a ministry is now up for sale, and we have decided to stay in this area. We feel very encouraged to continue a weekly fellowship that has grown over the past several years. We also wanted to continue with Hearth and Farm. And so here we are today on the new ministry property of Love and Purity. And there's a lot of things to do here to get ready for this next season.
Yeah, we want to build some infrastructure. We want to build some dorms for students to come in. We want to build a meeting facility. So just some building projects. So stay up to date if you want to get on our email list, or reach out to us if you're interested in more details on that. But we're hoping to build this place and make it a discipleship facility. We can bring young people in, strengthen them, send them back out. I'm hoping the nations of the world that can go and they can go and be a blessing wherever they go. But to really have a place where young people can get grounded, rooted in the Word of God, and go out and make a difference. And so that's our heart.
Yeah, so we wanted to just give you an update, give you a summary of what our journey has looked like, and tell you to stay tuned. Keep here, checking this channel. We're going to hopefully be posting some updates on how the projects are going, how you can be involved, and we really appreciate your prayers, and we'd love to connect with you. So yeah, stay tuned, and blessings.
Blessings to you all.